and welcome back to another episode of the Pink Caboodle Podcast. This is your host, Maya, and I am here with our guest, Plus Model Sheila Lopez, who is joining us for our Women Crush Wednesday series. Sheila is an up-and-coming plus model who is taking over the plus-size fashion industry. You might have seen her on Instagram or more recently as a finalist for the Ashley Stewart Model Search Contest. I am so excited for all of you to get to know Sheila. She is truly a phenomenal woman who is not only rocking it as a model, but is inspiring self-esteem and body positivity along the way. Now, real quick, before we get started with our conversation, I want you to go ahead and invite your friends and family to listen along. Share it with everyone on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And while we're talking, feel free to chat with us by clicking that comment icon on your player. Also, give us a call. After our conversation, you also will have an opportunity to call in and ask Sheila your questions. Okay? Let's get started. Hi, Sheila. Thank you so much for joining us. How are you?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm doing so good. I'm so excited that you are here with us. I've been looking forward to, doing this for a long time now.
Well, I'm happy to do this. I had read about your podcast on social media, and I really was just like in awe, of what you're trying to do. So, it's an honor for me to just, be considered to be one of the people that you interview.
Of course. I think we met about a year ago at the CurryCon, and I've been following all that you're doing as well, and you're a major inspiration for me. So, of course, I had to share you with everyone on the Pink Caboodle podcast also.
Well, thank you. I'm really appreciative of that. Yes, I remember when we met at CurryCon in New York, and we, since then, we've, stayed connected via social media. It's amazing, to see your journey. It's an incredible thing, I guess, like when we see, what each other is doing as women and what we're trying to do,
Absolutely.
As far as plus size community.
Yeah. So why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself, where you're from and what is it that you do?
Yes, so I am currently living in Austin, Texas, and I've been living here for the past 15 years. I came here for school, do my undergraduate at the University of Texas, but I'm originally from Brownsville, Texas, which is the very tip of Texas. So it's a border town. And so I'm a border town girl, born and raised. And so, but I loved Austin so much that I decided to stay here after finishing my bachelor's degree. And so, right now what I'm doing is I work full time, and I like to tell people that I'm kind of a little bit like, Clark Kent, and Superman, and I'm an accountant by day and a supermodel by night.
Awesome. Yes.
I have this
Love
sort
that.
of, like double life going on, and it's amazing, to kind of see, what I mean, like this sort of like transformation that goes on whenever it is that I have to do anything having to do with modeling. I joke about, how I have my own, Sasha Fierce, Beyonce has her Sasha Fierce, and I have my own. I have my own too.
What's your Sasha Fierce name?
Sheila. That's for sure, because Sheila is English, right? So Sheila is how you say it in Spanish.
Wow, awesome.
And, and it just immediately, just off the bat, right? It just kind of, rolls off the tongue differently. Like, oh, that's Sheila right there.
Okay, Sheila. Shayla and Sheila are both working it. You guys are you're doing such an amazing job. I'm so proud of you.
Oh, thank you so much. I'm proud of you too.
Oh, thank you. So, you mentioned that you are a plus model. Did you always want to be a model? What kind of started that catalyst for you for getting into the plus size modeling industry?
I never in my wildest dreams thought that I would be a model. This isn't something where, I was a little girl and I was thinking, one day I'm going to be on that, runway, strutting it like, a famous, Vogue, model or whatever. That was never something that I felt as a little girl I could attain.
Yeah.
And so to, see where I'm at now is just it's amazing. It amazes me every day.
Yeah.
And somebody offers me an opportunity to do something, you know what I mean, a gig or casting, or they want to feature me somewhere. I'm still very much in shock about it.
Mm-hmm.
I sometimes don't even believe it. But it's been an amazing journey, and it all started really with a friend of mine just telling me over Facebook, you know what, Sheila, you are so photogenic. Have you ever thought about modeling? And I kind of just laughed it off, thinking, oh, wow, what an amazing compliment. You know what I mean? Especially from a woman. I'm just like, oh, wow, that's an amazing compliment.
Yeah.
And then she followed up saying, I have a friend who is a photographer, and I really think that you should get some professional pictures taken because you just have such a unique look.
Mm-hmm.
Your face is very photogenic. And I was just like, oh, okay, And I actually did. I went for it. I got some pictures taken professionally about 3 years ago, and that kind of just was the start of this entire journey that I've been on, in modeling, which is that first set of professional pictures.
Mm-hmm.
And then I kept, going with every opportunity after that from that first set of pictures.
Wow. That's amazing. Shout out to that friend.
Yes, shout out to Miss Kelly.
Yes. It's amazing, the things that our friends can see in us that we might not see, and
mm-hmm.
all that can come from that. The same thing with, what I'm doing with social media, and working in the plus size industry that way, that was through a friend. That was not anything that was on my radar of doing. But now because of it, I'm able to work with different influencers and brands and do things that, shock me, like you said, every single day. So shout out to the friends.
Yes, that's what we should do, right?
Mm-hmm.
Uplift each other, encourage each other, empower each other. Because, often, like you said, we can't see what they can see in us, like the possibilities of greatness that you have.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So now that you are kind of moving along in that career path, what are your goals as a model? Where do you see yourself progressing in this field?
One of my major goals right now that I have is getting signed with an agency. Anything that I have going on that, booking is all done through me.
Mm-hmm.
So I just, I'm doing everything through myself. And while it's definitely, be your own type of boss type, thing,
mm-hmm.
when you're signed with an agency, it is much more, you're going to have much more gigs.
Yeah.
You're going to be taken more seriously. You're with an agency that is a business. And I feel that at this point, with the experience that I've gained, that it's time for me to attain that,
mm-hmm.
to be able to be with an agency, be represented by an agency, to take my modeling career to the next level. And so that's one of my next goals that I'm working on, is to get signed with an agency, and then obviously get my own website going, because I really do want to be able to have people who follow my page or have seen my work and are interested in working with me, to be able to go to obviously a central location and know what I'm all about,
mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
It's about, creating this sort of image and brand of yourself, and being able to showcase that to people who are interested in working with you, as well as people who are interested in following you in your journey.
So do you think, just from your experiences so far, is it hard to get joined to an agency, or is it just about like knowing the right people or whatnot?
It is difficult to get into an agency for many reasons. My difficulty that I'm personally experiencing is my location.
Mm.
I live in Texas, and the modeling agencies that are here, there's few of them,
mm-hmm.
first of all. But they do not have a plus size division.
Mm.
So that's disheartening, because this is the capital of Texas. It's such a huge city.
Mm-hmm.
And for there not to be a modeling agency here that has a plus size division is just mind-boggling.
Yeah.
When you really think about it. There's so much that goes on in this city. Movies are made here. Commercials are made here. There is, designers and brands that are here in Austin.
Mm-hmm.
And so to not have that is sort of, kind of like, being very, ignoring, the plus size community, ignoring the fact that they are consumers too. They are people too. And that's just something to me that I wish that I could just completely change for the city, right?
Yeah.
But it's going to take more than one person. It's going to take, an entire sort of like movement.
Yeah.
So that's definitely one of the struggles is where are you located at? And so since I'm not located in a city where there is an agency for plus size modeling, I have to think about the next move, which could be physically moving onto a city like, New York, LA, Atlanta. And there are other cities in Houston and Dallas that do have plus size modeling agencies. And so that requires a big decision to make, in terms of like moving. Also, height requirements. There are agents sometimes who will not accept, accept you if you're not at a certain height. If you're not like 5'7" and up or 5'9" and up, you're not going to be considered because that is the industry standard.
Yeah.
And so somebody like me who's 5'3", definitely it's a challenge because you might not even be able to get, into a casting, to get into the opportunity to see somebody at an agency so that they can, review your work because off the bat, you're too short.
Wow. And that's disheartening, especially if you're just starting out and you have the excitement of, getting into this career, just to find out that you might not even get accepted just because of your height, not alone everything else. Like, I feel like there's definitely an ideal, standard of, I'll say, beauty in terms to fashion and modeling, that for the people who might not fit that, it's kind of like, okay, we're just as capable, we have, I don't know, the same qualifications, but just be lacking in the sense of height. It's ridiculous.
Absolutely. And it's almost as if saying that women who are not, under 5'7" or 5'9", don't look, that we don't exist. It's like, no, we exist. We're consumers too. We
Absolutely.
love
fashion.
And we're here and we want to be represented, right?
Absolutely. And it doesn't quite make sense to me because the whole purpose is for us to buy your clothes. So why not feature women who are going to be an arrangement of different body types and heights that are going to be, purchasing those clothes? Oh, Sheila.
I know
I don't get it. Yeah.
This, right? It's something that still hasn't been addressed. In the plus size movement and body acceptance movement, we've definitely been talking a lot about how we need to accept more people of different types of body shapes. Right, there's not just this perfect hourglass plus size body. So there's apple, pear shaped, or whatever type of shape there is. We need to be more inclusive of that.
Right.
And at that same, we need to take that same stance also too for other things like height.
Yeah.
That often is not even put on the table. And it's, the thing is, it's like there's so many women who are not, 5'7", 5'9", and in this range, you know what I mean, of being a height under that, 5'3", 5'4", 5'6", and how is it that we're not talking about that more?
Yeah.
Because we definitely need to.
Yeah. I don't know. Like, is it a thing of people just not thinking about it? Like, I don't know, because of the height that, body shape is getting, that people just aren't talking about the height standards as well? Or is just something that's just not going to budge? That's just how it's going to be forever and so forth.
I think that there is going to be a change.
Yeah.
Because brands are already starting to take note of that,
Mm-hmm.
and they're create pieces within their line of clothing that are more petite.
Yeah. Yeah.
With plus size division. I've seen that. I've seen like brands who are starting to recognize that there are women who are saying, I like your clothing,
Mm-hmm.
I like the brand, but guess what? Your measurements that you have for your skirts or your jeans or your slacks or whatever is not, it's not fitting me properly.
Mm-hmm.
I'm drowning in them.
Yeah.
You need to do better.
Yeah.
And so I think brands are starting to take notice of that. And also what plus size fashion bloggers are doing an amazing job is that with their work, they're promoting themselves and they're promoting the brand.
Mm-hmm.
And if they're, somebody who is, a short, plus size woman, they are showing that, hey, we've got style too. We can, put your brand forward. You just need to, do the work and, create, more options for petite plus size women. So you can see that they're consumers as well. They want to buy your clothing.
Yeah.
They want to buy clothing. It's just that you need to address their concerns when it comes to measurements for clothing and how to properly fit a petite plus size woman.
Right. So we have to continue to hold these brands accountable and let them know when we feel something isn't quite right and be open to have that dialogue with them.
Mm-hmm.
So what are some of your favorite brands or designers that you've worked with or that you like in general?
So I do have to give a shout out to Ashley Stewart first and foremost, because I love Ashley Stewart.
Yeah.
I have purchased so much of my clothing from Ashley Stewart. My wardrobe is sort of like everything Ashley. I do love the brand. Even before I had the opportunity to really get to know the people from Ashley Stewart,
mm-hmm.
I was shopping, on Ashley Stewart online, and I love, the sort of like flair that they have going on.
Yeah.
For anything from like sort of, casual wear to very, office attire. I think it's just adding that sort of glam and sort of chic look
mm-hmm.
without feeling like I'm, you know what I mean? Like I'm out of touch style. I think sometimes off brands, they'll create pieces for plus size women without really thinking about style
mm-hmm.
and trends.
Yeah.
They'll create, they kind of look like somebody's like curtain, like curtains.
Oh, grandma clothes. Grandma's clothes is what I like to say.
This has no shape. This has no style. I would never pick this pattern. And so when you have brands like that create these sort of pieces that you're able to wear from like office to an evening out, and have this sort of, style that speaks to you. I definitely appreciate brands that do that. And Ashley Stewart is definitely one of my go-to places to always, find something that fits me personally and my style. Mm. I also love brands like Torrid. Torrid was the first like plus size fashion brand that I was able to get jeans from.
Wow.
I always used to get my jeans from all these different, department stores, and they always just didn't fit me properly at all.
Mm-hmm.
There was always something wrong. It was too tight at the top.
Yeah.
They were just it was baggy in certain, areas.
Mm-hmm.
It was, it was very difficult for me as a child, as a teenager, my mom and I trying to find, just jeans, just jeans for me that fit properly and look good. And so Torrid was one of the first places when I was in college that I was able to find jeans that fit me properly, especially for my height.
Yeah.
They do have, the selection where you can, select extra short, regular size and tall. And so that was definitely something for me that was just life-changing It's crazy, right? That you can say that.
Mm-hmm.
Jeans that fit properly for you are sort of life changing, but
who would have thought?
When you feel good, right, in your clothing, that reflects on the outside.
Yes.
You know, you feel good in the clothing, you know, it just automatically changes your attitude and how you feel as a person.
Absolutely. Totally agree. Yep. I like to say how you feel on the inside reflects on the outside, and a good pair of jeans or whatever outfit that you find that can help aid in that, it's an amazing thing. Like you said, who would have thought it's a pair of jeans?
Yes.
So since you mentioned Ashley Stewart, tell us a little bit about your experience being in the Ashley Stewart model contest and just how that journey was for you. Well, I know watching it from my perspective, it was amazing. I was like, "You're Sheila going across the stage." So tell us a little bit about it.
It still is sort of the dream come true. I never thought that making this sort of quick 60-second video with a friend of mine would turn out, you know, the way that it did in this amazing journey of, you know, being selected to be one of the top 6 finalists for Finding Ashley Stewart 2017. I never guessed that they would have picked my video to be part of, you know, the 20 finalists and then obviously eventually the top 6 finalists.
Yeah.
So
can we pause for a second? Because originally, let me know if I'm wrong, but originally it was just supposed to be 5 finalists, right?
That is correct. It was originally 5 finalists, and then they did this sort of like surprise, you know, post telling people, surprise, there's a 6th finalist. And that came after they had given me the call that I was that 6th finalist.
Wow.
Yeah, and I asked about it. I inquired about it. I was like, after crying, of course. After them telling me after crying, I was like, but wait, I thought it was only supposed to be the top 5. And they were like, here at Ashley, we decided to do a contest based off of the digital contestant winners from the social media contest that were in the top 20. We decided to do a little mini contest within you all and see which digital contestant would garner the most votes. And out of those 4, you were the top 1.
Oh my goodness.
And so decided to add you as the 6th finalist. And that was just, you know, shocking to me. And I was so grateful and thankful that they gave me that opportunity to be a part of that. And it was an amazing experience to get to meet all the team at Ashley Stewart. They're definitely, you know, a family there. Yeah. Really, really get to see the behind the scenes about how they operate. It's just amazing to see what a close-knit group of people they are. And to meet the CEO of, you know, Ashley Stewart and to sit down with him and have dinner and see that, you know what, he's a person like, you know, just like anybody else. And passionate about what he's doing. And his team can see that and they feed off of that and they're passionate about what they do. So it's amazing to see, you know, how this brand is, you know, really catering to women. They're catering to women who are often ignored in the plus size fashion industry. So it was an amazing journey, and to get to meet all these people that were part of, you know, the show, the performances, you know, being on stage with Boris was
yes. Now, who was there? Was it Sheila or Shayla there next to him?
You know, it was nerve-wracking, but I was like, I am not going to let him know that I am nervous standing next to him. I don't care how fine and gorgeous this man is.
Yeah. Wow. I was hoping that they were going to show show it on Facebook Live, but they only showed the red carpet. So I was like stalking all my friends who were actually there, looking at their posts and whatnot, so I could root you on from here in New Jersey.
I know. I really wanted them to do that too, and I think in the future they are hoping to be able to have the entire show posted online and possibly actually get it to be live on TV, and that's definitely, I think, something that they're looking at in the future in the next Finding Ashley Stewart.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to go back to your modeling. Who are some of your influences? Like, who are the people that you look at that inspire your modeling career?
Oh gosh, there's so many plus size models that I just stalk, and it's crazy that I say that, but it's true. I follow them because I admire their work so much.
Yeah.
I admire what they're doing. Models like Rosy Mercado, she's a plus size model. She's been working with brands like Slim Jeans.
Yeah.
She was on the reality TV show Curvy Girls. She's a huge social media, figure. I admire her work so much, and she's absolutely stunning, gorgeous.
Yeah, beautiful.
Completely beautiful. Models like Miss Laura Lee. She's an Ashley Stewart model. She's done amazing work, and she's an advocate for body positivity. Miss Alex La Rosa. She created that hashtag, I think, for like plus visibility or visibly plus.
Visibly plus, yeah.
I'm so in love with that hashtag because she is definitely one of those models that is, not afraid to say, hey, I'm a plus size model. You can visibly see that I am a plus size woman and I am modeling. And I think, it's kind of her way of saying, let's go ahead and get more women who are, visibly plus size, who are extended, sizes to be part of the modeling industry. So, following the careers of these women is just something that's really important to me. It's important to me because obviously I want to be a part of this industry and be taken seriously and model myself as, the other professionals in the industry are. And also they're Latinas as well.
Yeah.
So that for me is important to know them, know their work, know their names, because they are figures in the industry that, obviously they represent Latinas, and I want to, at some point be, more a part of that.
So as a Latina woman, how has the journey been for you? Has it been, I don't know what the word I'm trying to use. Has it been, I don't know, interesting, or have you had to experience things a little differently because you are Latina?
So it's been an amazing journey in modeling, and I personally haven't felt discriminated against for being a Latina and trying to get something, booked for myself. But I can see that as the plus size fashion industry overall, we do need a recognition of more, Latina models, more, models of different ethnicities.
Yeah.
I think that's just across the board, and you see it. You see it whenever you're shopping online or even shopping in the store, right? Who are the pictures in these ads, for the brand?
Yeah.
What faces are you seeing? And I think that brands need to do a better job of that, about, making sure that they are casting models that are from, different backgrounds. If you really do want to call yourself, an inclusive brand, then you do definitely need to consider the fact that, your models also need to represent the different consumers that you have, right? The different, women who are buying your clothing. It's not just anymore about, body diversity in terms of like somebody's shape or size. It's also, about, somebody's, cultural background and, their ethnicity and how they identify. You need to take a look at that too.
So do you think, so far though, do you think we're moving in the right direction? Like we hear a lot about like how there isn't a lot of inclusivity, but do you think, comparing to 5, 10, 15 years ago that we're moving in the right direction where there are some improvements that have been made?
We are moving in the right direction, and that is because we have this movement spearheaded by a lot of plus-size fashion bloggers who are not going to let this go. And they shouldn't.
Yeah.
They should let this go because that is forcing brands and designers to be accountable for their choices in terms of like marketing and advertising. It's, making them aware that, hey, we're here. We need to be represented. You need to do a better job.
Right.
And so that's the reason why they end up, making changes is because they get sort of backlash, right? And they're like, oh, yeah, we need to do this ASAP because we're getting this huge amount of backlash from the community and we don't want to lose, this consumer. So we need to do this.
Right. Gotta do better.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like modeling can be such a judgmental career. People are constantly critiquing the way that you look or, something as stupid as how tall you are. How do you overcome this and what advice do you have for others who are just now getting started?
My advice is you have to learn to love yourself as you are at the end of the day. And if you want to get into the industry, whether you're modeling or anything within the fashion industry, you have to learn that people are going to say things sometimes that will hurt you.
Absolutely.
And you have to be able to still know your worth, your value beyond that. Let it slide off your back and keep moving forward. Sometimes those comments are unwarranted and sometimes they're making comments because they want you to improve. So you have to learn to tell the difference between something that is supposed to be constructive to help you, build and grow and learn versus something that is just completely vicious.
Oh.
And so, I learned between, what's something that is constructive and I can improve upon and I'm going to take and value what they're saying versus something that is just, I'm not going to change this person's mind. This is just how they feel about, this, they're just stuck in their ways in the industry standard. So the only thing that you can do at that point is prove them wrong with your work, right? Prove them wrong with what you're doing. Keep doing what you love. Get better every single time, and know that in every opportunity, take something away from it. You're never going to stop learning. To this day, when I take pictures, every single time I take pictures, there's something new that I gain. I'm learning something new. There is never a moment where I'm not learning something new in what I'm doing.
Success is the best revenge, right?
It is. What's that song by Beyonce where she's like, always, when she says that verse, always stay gracious, best revenge is your paper.
Yep.
Exactly it.
Absolutely.
Think about that.
It's true.
Anytime something, is just...
Because you're proving them wrong.
Yes, proving them wrong by what you're doing, right? Sometimes you don't even have to have a comeback or say anything. It's just they're going to see you come up in such a strong way, right? They're gonna see that and they're gonna remember you.
Yep.
Right? But you will not remember them.
Yep.
By that time, you're gonna be so much into what you're doing, and that you will not remember this person that's trying to tear you down.
Right. Let's see. So I only have a few more questions left. What tips do you have for aspiring models in terms of taking extra classes or studying the business, building a portfolio, things along that line?
My number one advice is be prepared to invest in yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Because you will have to pay for your first set of photos,
mm-hmm.
of professional photos, and do your research.
Yeah.
Look on, for photographers in your area that are professional photographers, see their work, right? Literally, a professional photographer should have a website with their work, that's on there that you can see. And you can, so that whether this is a person that is going to be able to accomplish what you're looking for,
mm-hmm.
which is getting your basic, professional shots, like your headshot and your full body shot. And, all the different, shots that you need in order to start building your portfolio. So make sure that you do your research, so that you don't just go in blindly with somebody who's claiming to be a professional photographer.
Mm-hmm.
And then you find in a situation where you're working with somebody who's not a professional.
Yeah.
It's important to always make sure that you do your research before you start working with somebody and making sure that it's actually somebody who is a professional and you're spending your money wisely.
Mm-hmm.
And then also taking runway classes. I've taken different types of runway classes, whether they were like runway boot camps or, refresher courses as well.
Yeah.
Where you're a seasoned model, but you haven't been on the runway for a while. It's okay to go back and get a refresher course. Do some online searches
mm-hmm.
or look at classes in your area, read reviews about it, call and inquire, pricing and all that.
Yeah.
And, definitely search for agencies in your area so they can see what exactly are their requirements. What are they looking for? Are they going to have any open castings soon to meet with, a representative of the agency so that you can go there with your portfolio, obviously, and, see, what they're looking for. I think more than anything is doing your research.
Mm-hmm.
Can't just expect to be discovered.
Yeah.
On like social media. Oh, that's not how it works. You have to put in the work.
Yeah.
Just like anything else, right?
Mm-hmm.
Any type of career move that you're going to make, you have to put in the work.
Mm-hmm.
And that requires, investing your money wisely.
Yeah.
And, doing your research and trying to find out information, from other
mm-hmm.
models, from agencies, seeing what they're looking for, and building upon that.
Yeah. I think it's easy to see the glamorous side of modeling, laying out on yachts and everything.
Mm-hmm.
But like you said, it takes a lot of hard work and funds, and like you said, investing into your pictures and classes and whatnot that you can take that's all going to benefit you in that journey.
And do it because you love it. That's another thing too that I would say. Like if you're passionate about it, do it. If you're not passionate about it, don't do it. Don't waste your time because there's going to be many obstacles and many challenges,
mm-hmm.
and you're not. The only reason that you get through it is because you love it. Either
mm-hmm.
way, there's been times on photo shoots where I've been aching.
mm-hmm.
My feet hurt. I'm tired.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
Whatever the case may be, I'm hungry. But you know what? I love doing it, and I love the pictures that are produced, at the end result.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's worth it for me, right?
Yeah.
But if it's not worth it to you, then I would say no, don't do it. Find something else in life that you're passionate about.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You have to have the heart for it.
Mm-hmm. For sure.
So what would you say to people who are interested in modeling, but either they hear that they don't look like a model or they don't meet the standard qualifications?
I would say don't listen to those people.
Right.
Because if I had listened to those people, right, if I had listened to, castings that went up about only, 5'7", 5'9", available for this casting.
Mm-hmm.
If every single time that I read that and it just completely was like, well, I'm never going to make it because they're only looking for this in the industry, then I wouldn't have gotten opportunities that I have today, because the industry is changing. There are designers and brands who are starting to take note, and they're starting to make changes, and they're starting to book models that are not, the industry standard.
Mm-hmm.
They're starting to take chances. I work with a local designer here in Austin, Texas, and I, model for the brand. I'm on the website. You can see my pictures whenever you want to order something. I'm there. And this is exactly why you shouldn't give up, because there's a person out there who is looking for you, looking for somebody with your look, right? And so if you were to give up, then you're robbing yourself of that opportunity to work with some amazing people, because things are changing.
Right.
It just have to keep going, so that you can link up with those people and create something amazing.
Right. So I guess it kind of goes back to what you said, you have to have the heart for it, because, not even just in modeling, whatever we're doing in life, there's going to be people who are going to tell us that we can't do it, that we won't make it. But if you have the heart for it, you'll continue to find that determination to keep pushing through the haterade and keep pushing through to get to, that spot in life where you're achieving your dreams.
Mm-hmm. Yes, absolutely. If you want something, you just have to go out there and get it.
Yeah.
There's going to be so many people who, are going to tell you that you're not right for it,
mm-hmm.
That, there's all these things that you have to go through to get it. Why do you want to put yourself through that? And you just have to know yourself enough to say, this is what I want.
Mm-hmm.
This makes me happy, and I'm going for it.
Right. Awesome. I love that. So Sheila, tell us, where can we find you on social media, or so that we can stay connected to you?
So you can follow me on Instagram at miss.shelo. And also I have a Facebook page, Plus Model Sheila Lopez. And I have a Twitter at curvy_Sheila.
Okay, so we're going to go there. We're going to give you a follow and show you some love. And I'm going to open this up to take questions now. So if you are listening, feel free to call us at 347-560-9086. That is 347-560-9086. Call in and ask Sheila your questions, and we are looking forward to talking to you. All right, we have a caller. Who's calling?
Hi, this is Leanne Sims.
Hi, Leanne. Where are you calling from?
Hey, I'm calling from Maryland.
All righty. You have a question for Sheila?
Yeah, well, more of a comment. I just wanted to say hi, Sheila. And I follow Sheila on social media channels, and I just really appreciate your confidence and how pleasant you always are. And I just wanted to ask, how did you get to the point where you started to let the negative comments roll off your back? Sometimes it sounds easier said than done, and you seem like you handle it really well.
Hey, Sheila, are you there?
Hi, yes.
All right, did you hear Leanne's question?
Oh, no. Can I hear that one more time?
Sure. Leanne, can you ask one more time?
Yeah, sure. How did you get to the point where you let the negative comments roll off your back? You seem like you handle it like a boss, and it's sometimes easier said than done.
I like that you see me like a boss. I still struggle every now and then with a comment that somebody posts on, social media. It's not like I'm, immune completely to those type of comments, but I work really hard every day to challenge any negative self-talk that obviously, it's coming from myself. And I think that helps whenever I do get something from a complete stranger, on social media telling me something completely horrendous and awful, because I'm building myself up, right? I'm telling myself, that I'm worthy, every day. And so that's kind of like your armor that you have against people who are trying to tear you down. And, most of the time what I end up doing, honestly, is I end up deleting their comment and blocking them, because I don't want to waste my energy on somebody like that. I could spend, hours, trying to go back and forth on a social media, battle with somebody, this complete stranger that I don't know. But, at the end, like, how does that benefit me? It doesn't, right? It gets me worked up. It makes me lose my time, which is precious. And, it only feeds negative energy. So, for me, I just, have learned to hit, delete, block, boom, let's keep it moving.
Yeah.
There you go. Thanks for sharing.
Thanks, Leanne, for calling in.
All right, bye-bye.
All right, I'll talk to you next time. All right, we have room for more callers. While we're waiting, I also have a question from Priscilla from Trinidad. She wants to know, Sheila, do you look forward to a reform of body standards, meaning that sometime in the future the term size 0 or plus size won't have to be used and women can just be women?
That's a good question, and I think that there already are, models and bloggers who are trying to spearhead that movement. And within the plus size community, I think that there is a divide right now in terms of that, because there are those who embrace the terms like plus size and curvy and big beautiful women and voluptuous, right? Yeah. Because they're sort of taking these words and saying, hey, this is something that I like to use to describe myself and my body, and I love it and I'm going to own it. And then there are others who take a stance where it's like, why do we have to have all of these labels that separate us, from other women, and, they only, enforce what the fashion industry is doing, where, our plus size section is all the way on the other side of the store and isn't with the, the straight sizes.
Yeah.
We're only feeding into, what they want. So it's difficult, because I can see both sides, right?
Yeah.
Why somebody would take a stance and saying, let's go ahead and do away with the terms plus size, and let's just go ahead and just, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Just women are women, and that's it. Why do we have to have this like specific label? But, to that same, plus size can also mean like representation for women who are often, who have been ignored in the fashion industry and in media. And so this is a way for us to take this term and create a community of women who are experiencing similar, things in terms, in life experiences, in going to a store. And so I don't know if I completely want to do away with the term as far as, as a sense of community.
Mm-hmm.
Perhaps in the fashion industry where there can just be, sizes, 0 to, all these extended sizes and plus size, all just be located in, when you're trying to go shopping, or, if in fashion shows, they just have, an array of models. I can see where that would be extremely empowering, right?
Yeah.
Because, then it's just women, and we're all women, and we all love, and these women love fashion. And so, I can see where that would be, powerful to see that change in the fashion industry. But to completely eradicate the term may also mean that you're eradicating this sense of community that we have built and we've worked so hard to build, to continue to have this driving force. So I wouldn't want that part to go away.
Yeah, and I think it comes down to, like we talked about earlier, holding brands accountable. There's fair representation of all body sizes where, we have a good quantity of all sizes on the racks, then, it wouldn't be a problem. Like, I was talking to someone the other day about how the word plus size, like, how did the plus size, section come to be? And the person told me was because, 30, 40, 50 years ago, there wasn't a plus size section. So women were going into these stores, looking for outfits that fit them, and they weren't there, or they were in small quality. So the brands decided to make a section so that women will automatically know where to go and not have to worry about, the embarrassment of asking for clothes that are in their size. So if brands can, make it so that, one, we don't have to ask where the clothes are, or, where the clothes are in good amounts for all sizes, then maybe the word plus size wouldn't need to be in terms of fashion. But I also agree with what you said, Sheila, that, just that word, it has brought so many people together who have similar experiences being a plus size woman. So I wouldn't want to get rid of that either.
Because I think that we've taken this word, right, and created this, sense of community and sense of belonging, and so I wouldn't want that to go away. I don't think, at least right now, there's a lot of work ahead to do, and like you said, we have to hold these brands accountable. And so there's still more representation that we need in the fashion industry for us.
Absolutely. All right, guys, we have time for another call. So call in. Also, we do have another question from Priscilla. Sheila, what is your greatest achievement as a plus-size model?
My greatest achievement as a plus-size model? Ooh, okay. Put me on the spot here. I want to say, that being one of the top 6 finalists for Finding Ashley Stewart 2017 was definitely one of the highlights that I've had this year in terms of my modeling. I never thought that I would get that far in the competition.
Yeah.
But if I really truly look, deep, in my heart, the greatest achievement is learning to love myself for the woman that I am at this exact moment. I had to learn how to do that, and modeling helped me do that.
Wow.
Helped me see the beauty that other people could see and I couldn't see.
Yeah.
So that, for me, if you're asking me overall, that would be my greatest accomplishment.
And that's such a profound statement, because you wouldn't think that, with modeling being such a judgmental career, that would be actually the vehicle, like you said, to help you feel more confident in yourself and, loving who you are. So that's really great. All right, so I think we're going to go ahead and wrap it up for tonight. Sheila, did you want to mention a special curvy closet sale that's happening?
I do. I wanted to go ahead and let you all know, whoever's listening, that there's going to be a live Facebook sale at Facebook page Suits, Heels, and Curves that is run by my blogger friend Darlene. And all the funds from the sale are going to go towards relief funds for Mexico and Puerto Rico. And I think what Darlene is doing, along with a lot of other bloggers who are participating in this, is amazing. So please go ahead and tune in to the Facebook Live sale happening on October 1st at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. You can go to Suits, Heels, and Curves Facebook page to find out more information, or you can go to my page as well, and I'll have posts there about, information that's going to be happening for the Facebook Live sale. I also wanted to mention that I've donated pieces from my wardrobe to be on the live sale. So if there's something that you've seen that you've loved from my social media page, or the looks that I was wearing for the Ashley Stewart competition, this is your chance to go ahead and buy those pieces and know that your funds are going towards a good cause. So it's really like, you're getting an amazing outfit while helping people in need.
Yeah, it's amazing. It's really devastating.
Yes.
All that's happened, what people are going through. So anything that we can do to, be of support and help these people out, we gotta do it, because it could easily be us.
Yes. We need to remember that these people are our neighbors. These people are American citizens too. Yep. And if the government is not stepping in, we need to step in and help.
Yeah.
And so I think this is amazing what these bloggers are doing and what they've come up with to do. They've used their resources and their talents to go ahead and do something to help those in need.
Mm-hmm. Good stuff. Kudos to them, because honestly, that's a big thing that they're doing. So anything, like I said, anything we can do to support them in their goals and helping people, is definitely worth doing.
Yes.
So to end, I know a lot of you guys are tuning in for the Ashley Stewart gift card that we're giving away. Thank you guys so much for tuning in and being part of this conversation with us. I don't know about you, but I thoroughly enjoyed talking to Sheila tonight. So Sheila, thank you so much for being part of this conversation with the Pink Caboodle podcast.
Thank you, and thank you for everybody who's tuning in.
All right, so here's how one of you guys can win an Ashley Stewart gift card. All right, so all you have to do is go to my Instagram page. Go to Instagram and search for my profile. It is Pink Caboodle. That's PinkCaboodle, Pink Caboodle. Go to my latest Instagram picture and comment with this secret code. All right, you listening? The secret code is I heart by Ashley Stewart. You have to type this sentence in as a comment in order to qualify for the contest. It is I heart by Ashley Stewart. Now make sure that by Ashley Stewart is all one word, okay? That's all you have to do. Really easy, right? Right? That's all you have to do. I know, cricket. It's really easy, guys. You can do it. So that's all you have to do to enter to the giveaway. But if you would like to increase your chance at winning, there are things that you can do to get extra points. I have all these instructions here on the website, pinkcaboodle.com/podcast. But some things you can do for extra points are to like Sheila and my profiles on Instagram. Sheila, what's your Instagram handle again?
Yes, the @is.Sheila.
So go there, like and follow her Instagram profile, and do the same thing for the Pink Caboodle, and that will give you extra points to enter into our giveaway for the Ashley Stewart gift card. And again, all these instructions are written down so you can go back and see on pinkcaboodle.com/podcast. All right. So it looks like we might have one more person who wants to call. If you want to call and ask Sheila your questions, call 347-560-9086. And we can ask Sheila one more question before we go for tonight. Do. I know one person said they wanted to call. Call in before we hang up. She said, repeat, please. All right. I don't think we're going to get the call. Call in next time. And another thing you can do is leave a comment for Sheila. If you still have questions, leave a comment, and I'll make sure that she sees it throughout the week. And go to her Instagram page and leave comments and ask her questions. She's good at getting back to you guys. So, and we have people leaving their comments already. All right. We already got one person entered to the giveaway.
Ooh, perfect.
Exciting. All right, guys, I'm going to end it for today. Thanks so much for tuning in to the Pink Caboodle Podcast for our Women Crush Wednesday series. Sheila, thanks again to you for tuning in with us. I really enjoyed this conversation, and good luck for all that you're doing in your plus-size modeling career. I'm continuing to root you on, okay?
Well, thank you so much. I'm rooting for you, too.
Yeah.
You know, we follow each other's, journey and success, and, here we go.
We're doing it. All right, guys. I will see you next week, same time on Wednesday at 7 p.m. Eastern. Until next time, bye.